Good morning, everyone. I, Surendra Niman,
And I, Asmita Parekh.
students of the MBA 14 batch and part of the Student Council for the year, are your hosts for the day.
We hope the new batch of students is determined and motivated to achieve their goals. We provide them with a strong practical foundation and nurture them in all aspects of their development. The ultimate aim is to create an ideal learning environment where their intellectual growth is prioritized.
These coming 2 years will all be about impeccable learning experiences using innovative tools and techniques, and providing the students with a platform to explore their areas of interest. Opportunities will be given to walk on the illuminated path of success through rigorous learning in both practical and theoretical sense.
My warmest welcome. My warmest welcome to the cohort of 2024 to 2026 and their parents and guardians to the official orientation for Narsee Monjee Institute of Management Studies, Bangalore.
NMIMS Bengaluru is hosting the first of its kind social media competition for the 15th batch of our MBA students. Your aim is to put your best foot forward to showcase your social media savviness and creative prowess. The top 3 winners will take home awards based on reach and engagement. The guidelines will be sent over on WhatsApp, and you can also scan the QR code on the posters around the campus. The submission window for the competition starts at 10 a.m. today and goes up to 10 a.m. on 7th of June. In case of any questions, you can reach out to the Student Council and we will assist you with the same. We will shortly begin with the inauguration ceremony. We thank you for your time and we are looking forward to seeing your creativity flourish.
request everyone to stand up as soon as the chief guests arrive.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome all the chief guests, staff, and faculty members who are present here. For the lighting of the lamp, we request our chief guest, Mr. Santosh Panpalia, Director, Dr. Narayani Ramachandran, MBA Program Chair, Dr. Mallika Srivastava, Joint Registrar, Mr. Chandramohan Shahabad, MBA Program Coordinator, Ms. Baklati Babaleshwar, and 2 students from the MBA 15 batch to come forth and grace the occasion.
शङ्कर प्रकृतिभिः देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा।
I would like to invite our director, Dr. Narayani ma'am, to felicitate our chief guest, Mr. Santosh Panpalia, Senior Vice President and Head HR at Global Delivery at Infosys.
I request Dr. Narayani and our chief guest, Mr. Santosh, to kindly seat in the front. Thank you so much.
Dr. Justin Paul. And now, it is with great pleasure that I invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ramesh Bhatt, a distinguished figure in academia and university management, to give his opening remarks and share some valuable insights. The dais is yours, sir.
Well, Dr. Justin Paul, Dean and Provost, Management Education, our campus directors joining us live streaming, Dr. Narayani Ramachandran, Bangalore, Dr. Koteshwar Rao, Hyderabad, Dr. Subhashish Bhattacharya, Navi Mumbai, Dr. Anshuman Jaiswal from Indore, our Associate Deans, Dr. Chandrima Sikdar, Dr. Veena Vora, Dr. Mayank Joshipura, faculty colleagues, and very, very dear students. Good morning to all of you. I welcome all of you, and you are the proud students joining the batch 2024-26. And congratulations on making it to the SBM MBA program at NMIMS University. Well, I think this calls for a big applause as you have achieved this grand success in your life. I know you have been through a very highly competitive selection process. All of us at NMIMS and at the university, and of course your parents, take pride in your achievements and making it to be part of the SBM MBA program of NMIMS University. Well, you should be proud that you are now a part of 4-decade-old legacy of the SBM, which has been at the forefront of providing management education to develop leadership skills in a forward-thinking and fast-changing business environment. We take great pride in being part of SVKM Trust. If you see the logo, it says SVKM's NMIMS University. So we are part of the SVKM Trust, which is our parent institution, renowned for its exceptional contribution to the higher education. The trust was started in 1931, and since then they have contributed in significant manner to the higher education in India, and NMIMS is the part of the trust. And this remarkable reputation and brand which we have created has been forged through the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chancellor, Shri Amrish Bhai Patel. Well, if you look at the SVKM, which stands for the Shri Vile Parle Kelwani Mandal, we need to really look at that, what this Kelwani stands for. Now, the Kelwani in the SVKM means to impart, develop, and nurture the students by focusing on their physical, intellectual, ethical, and philosophical approaches to life. The NMIMS logo, which you see, has some visual figures there, which really represents our university's vision, values, brand, and identity. If you closely look at this logo, you see 4 elements which give some indication what are our inherent qualities and what is our vision. You see a shape of elephant in the logo, which is the largest land mammal admired for wisdom, knowledge, strength, and loyalty. Then you see some blank bands which represent, in some sense, the books, that is the knowledge which we impart, we develop, we nurture our students at the university. And the red quadrant is the really reflection of the kind of an passion which we do the things at NMIMS University. And then at the lower side, you see laurel wreath, which really shows the accolades and achievements which we have received, gained over last 40 years. Now, if I may say that you, in some sense, are proud entrant to a program that aims to develop transformational leaders for an inclusive and sustainable world. And I also believe that it is the no time like the present one to sharpen your transformative skills. At the SBM, we see our roles as shaping your skills and competencies that can lead organization in an indeterminate world. The current environment is characterized by VUCA and global turbulence. The word which you will see very frequently, VUCA, which is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. This in real sense calls for transformational leadership to prevail at all levels of the organization. I may also say that you are also a proud entrant to the SBM, which follows the principles of assurance of learning. We have an assurance of learning system about which you will come to know in a major way when you go through your orientation and when you go through the education programs. This assurance of learning represents the highest standards of achievement for business schools worldwide, making our school set itself apart, focus on a high level of quality, and which also gives us a lot of global recognition. You are also part of the university and the school, which is NAAC accredited A+, and the recognition of Tier 1 university, a graded autonomy recognition and status granted to only 29 universities out of 1,040 universities in India. You are also proud entrant to the school, which has been ranked 83rd position in the Financial Times ranking in the category of Masters in Management program. This is very significant for us, and it really indicates the kind of an learning experience of our alumni, because the ranking, FT ranking, is based on the recognition and the independent survey done with the alumni who passed 3 years back. So it in real sense has given us a very good feeling of our school being recognized for great learning experience, particularly in the career progression of our students. We rank 21st in the world, and overall satisfaction of the alumni who passed out 3 years back is 8.83 on a scale of 10. So I think the amount of accolades and the recognitions, whether it is through the ranking process or through the accreditation process we have received, tells us a remarkable story of our achievements and our importance of the learning ecosystem at the NMIMS University. You will be also part of the school that has a very innovative and successful civic engagement. We call it a We Care program, which also received international recognition from the AACSCB, which is the Innovations That Inspire Award in 2023. Well, joining the school, I may tell you some ways and the strategies I think you need to really put in practice so that you emerge as one of the remarkable leaders out of this program in 2 years' time. Well, first, I think we focus on developing the skills and proficiencies which will give you kind of an edge and developing innovative ideas to solve the problems. So it is really kind of an problem solving, developing your problem solving skills. Of course, in these times, you cannot develop these skills unless you are also armed with lot of technology orientation, particularly in this age of Gen AI and the way the technology is shaping the industries. But at the same time, I think technology is one very important aspect of our growth and development, but it is also ability, developing the competencies and abilities which help you to understand the importance of being adaptable, agile, and who has the ability to influence and motivate through logical reasoning and perhaps the storytelling. In some sense, this is a very tall order when you, I think, try to dissect these competencies. It is not an easy and maybe easy to go kind of an agenda for our learning. It is certainly an ambitious one, and it will pose you a lot of challenges in the process when you are developing these competencies and these skills. And this will require patient tracking of what you do on day-to-day basis. It will require a constant monitoring of your learnings, which is going to happen over a period of time. Certainly, we are going to be there to help you with the knowledge which you can acquire through the classroom discussions, through the discussions with the peers, and from the various sources. But how do you convert the knowledge in skills? I think it will depend on your positive attitudes. See, what do we do with the knowledge when we try to convert that knowledge into the skills? It requires a great deal of very positive skills, positive attitudes, and also I must mention the habits that nurture those competencies. I think skills and the competencies do not come easily unless you have a positive attitude to nurture the knowledge and convert that into the skill, and also at the same time work on your habits so that it becomes lifelong kind of an learning experience. And in this process, there will be no shortcuts, I can tell you at the outset. And therefore, you have an immense responsibility to make sure that you prepare yourselves to handle many of the complex problems which will be posed to you in your classroom situation, where you will be experienced with a lot of complex formulations and complex business situations. And then professors will push you to think how to move forward in terms of developing the strategies to handle the kind of an environment which we face today, that is the VUCA world. But you may ask the question, how do I do this? If this is a big, tall order, and if the Vice Chancellor of the university is telling me that this is not an easy process, how do I do it, right? Now, of course, this is an important question, and how question is always tricky as it deals with what is your strategy, how you are going to move forward. Well, I am sure that when you start your orientation and you start your classes, you will get a lot of help in terms of articulating this how question. And there may be a lot of suggestions coming to you today, tomorrow, and over next 10 days on this how question. But I must tell you that if you do not customize that how question at your end, it is going to be the complete waste, because it will be just listening to some sermon, and the moment you go out of the room, you forget everything, what was told to you. And that is, I think, the kind of an experience many students have when they do that. Therefore, it is an important responsibility for you to customize to your style of learning, to your style of understanding, to your style of how do you do the things. So this how question is something very critical, and therefore I can help you to articulate this and give you some suggestions, how do you customize it. But my first, I think, simple question would be to all of you, which I think you would have pondered when you took the decision to join the MBA program. What is my mission in doing MBA? Or if you have not through, perhaps you can now reflect on what should be my mission of doing an MBA. I think unless you have the great clarity of that mission, and I think last year when I was talking to the incoming students, and I had paused very briefly and asked them that, what do you think is the mission of joining the MBA? And some hands came up, and one of the answers was that to get the placement. Now the question is that, is the placement my mission? If you deeply ponder on this and start looking at that carefully, I think it will give you a little bit of approach and answers to this question that what do we do when, because I think what you need to do, what you will do during the next 2 years depends on what is the mission you have developed for yourself. And it is only that mission which will keep you focused. And I think when you, try to look at the mission, I can just give you some clue. You can, in the meanwhile, keep on thinking and keep on reflecting with yourself that what is my mission when I am doing the MBA. I can give you just some clues. Like the professions, first of all, you have to think that is the management a profession or not. Like medicine is a profession, architecture is a profession, accounting is a profession. So you need to think through that. What is the mission of some of the these programs or fields which I have just mentioned? Like say, for example, to help you to develop and articulate your mission for doing MBA, if I say that if I go to, let us say, medical school and I just ask a student, what is your mission? Often you will get an answer that I want to create a healthy and healthier societies. That can be one of the articulations of the mission. And then obviously the student has to then articulate, how am I going to make sure that I'm going to create the healthier societies? What I need to do, what kind of skills, competencies I need to develop. Now, same way, if you go to the law school and you ask them what is your mission, they will say maybe deliver justice, strengthen justice in the country, protect the rights, and create the just societies. This could be the mission of the professional who has joined, let us say, 5-year law program. And if you go to School of Architecture, let us say, and you ask the student that, okay, what is your mission? Now, this student may tell you that my mission is to make sure that whatever buildings are created, they are safe and they are quality built environment, create the quality built environment. And if you go to the accounting school, you ask, what is your mission? He may say that my mission is to make sure that assets of all the organizations, assets of all the companies are safeguarded. Something like stewardship role. But when you go to the business school student and you ask, what is your mission? What do you tell? Because that will define that what you are supposed to do over the next 2 years. That will define how you will be prepared, and that will also create a benchmark for you to see that, am I really working towards that mission, what I have set for myself? It will also define how and in what areas you will be trained when you spend 2 years here. It will also define what will you be educated for. So think about it. Because that is, I think, going to be something very critical. What I'm going to tell you a little bit about this mission itself, that if I was a student of management sitting in your place, and if somebody asked me that what is your mission of doing the MBA program, like I asked this question to an accounting student, architecture student, law student, and student of medicine. So in management, you will be trained to create value. And it will be the kind of your programs and your training and your nurturing will be helping you to develop that positive power of value creation. Now, what is this value creation? Which means that management as a profession is nothing but how do you bring the people and the resources together to perhaps look at the unfulfilled needs and create the structures, systems, processes which help meeting those needs of the society, right? Now, if you look at carefully that even putting up a structure in place is an act of value creation, because if you have not created a good structure in place, that how people will interact with each other in the organization, how will they take the decisions, who will report to whom, what will be the kind of an reporting framework and reporting structure, the organization may not achieve that purpose for which it has been set. So as a management professional, you come into picture to help the organizations to create that structure. Similarly, there are a whole lot of processes. So you come and try to fix up those processes in such a way that it creates the value. So that is going to be the role of the managers when they enter into the industry. So if that is the kind of a role which I am going to get, so what should be my mission? My mission when I am joining this program should be to gain lot of learning, understand lot of dynamics in the situations, interact with the people, take support and help of the technology, so that I'm in position to develop and nurture the positive power of value creation, but with integrity. So that becomes the kind of a mission statement for me when I am in MBA program. And you are going to have the program and education and training towards every time creating the value. So whenever you are looking at some problem, you are looking some situation, try to figure out that in what manner if I solve this problem, it is going to create the value. I think that skill becomes something very critical, and it must be nurtured, it must be developed, and there is no shortcut in that process. It is a hard work for all of us. So in that process at this school, you will go through a series of exercises to examine a problem and find out how to fix it. You will be looking at a system that perhaps is not functioning well, and you need to improve it. You will be forced also to look into the needs of the unfulfilled demand in a particular given situation. So the management is all about how do you bring the people together, and you bring those people along with the resources to create systems, to create processes, and create the structures, and find out the ways and channels that will create the value. So the value creation becomes the most important focus of all what we do. And in that process, as I mentioned, that companies, strategies, structures, systems, skills, people, culture, and shared values, they all come together to help you to create that value. So remember that mission is not the money. Money will always come if you understand deeply the people, processes, and technology. And I call it the PPT of management: people, processes, and technology. It is the decoding these important processes and particularly the behavior of the people that will lead to the maximum productivity, of course using the technology. And that is this understanding and the decoding of these processes will make you an effective leader. But this will happen, this kind of an development of competency will happen only if you are open to learning. And in practice, I think this learning is something very difficult, and our SBM curriculum is precisely designed around this mission, and the curriculum will help you to navigate this journey which I just outlined. And the school is going to provide you a lot of opportunities to learn and equip you to handle varied challenges. And how you play with this fusion and how do you train yourself in this process is something very important. So as I mentioned that in this process, you have on the one side the knowledge which you are going to acquire over a period of time of next 2 years. I think a lot of knowledge will come to your way, a lot of frameworks, and many of you may already be familiar with some of those important frameworks, right? Like the BCG framework or competition analysis framework and so on and so forth. So that is the knowledge part of it. But over the last several years I have been in education, I always find many times the students, even after doing the 2-year program, they face a lot of difficulty applying that framework in the real life practice, or articulate a particular real life situation within a particular framework which you have perhaps studied. Now that is where I think this attitude will play a very important role. And it is only what you do with the knowledge, what you do with these frameworks which are available to you, and how do you convert that knowledge into the skills will depend on your attitude. So what you do with that knowledge depends on you and only you. So therefore, we also at SBM, you will hear this term very frequently, KASH, cash. It is not CASH, cash. It is KASH. Knowledge, attitudes, skills, and habits, right? So you have to put the things together, and this, in fact, really works in some kind of a multiplicative manner, that cash multiplied by attitudes, multiplied by skills, multiplied by habits, gives you the effectiveness with which you can create the value. So your value creation effectiveness is really dependent on how do you create a good mix of cash. And if any one of them is zero, then you know that the outcome is going to be zero. I will not get into the details of this, what is skills, what are attitudes, or what are habits. But I think I will just underline two very important points, which in my experience are very critical. One is the determination, what you try to do with a lot of determination, it has to be done. And second, I would like to emphasize that whatever you do, whatever you pursue, it has to be done with a lot of rigor in your approach. You cannot just remain at the surface level. I think you have to bring a lot of rigor, lot of depth in whatever you are going to do. And how the school is going to do it? There will be a experiential learning sessions. We have a most popular method of experiential learning, which is the case method, and you will be trained on that. And I'm sure that SBM faculty will ensure that when you are in the program, you understand the dynamics, how the things work, and how to create excellence, how to create value, and also how to be socially and ethically responsible, whatever you are doing and whatever you plan to do. Our curriculum is designed to provide an excellent learning opportunity through a very good feedback system, and it will also provide you with a lot of hands-on experience. And as I mentioned, that it is completely based on assurance of learning process. I think the school will help you to create a lot of opportunities and lot of opportunities of interaction with the industry. But I think what you do with that depends on you, that how you are going to really integrate that learning in your curriculum and your processes of learning. Well, I would just like to, having emphasized this, the mission of what you try to do, it is focus on the value creation with integrity, and then focusing on the 4 important aspects of this learning process: cash, which is knowledge, attitudes, skills, and habits. and two important underlying factors of the high level of determination and habit of pursuing with lot of rigor and with lot of depthness. Now, we also see the emergence of the technology, particularly Gen AI. And I think in several initiatives which were started in the Gen AI domain in the past few years are coming to fructification at a very great speed. And we have now ChatGPT 4.0, moving towards the ChatGPT 5. At the same time, we have a whole lot of providers who are helping us to give the Gen AI portals and the tools which will help us to reason, solve problems, think, comprehend complete ideas. If we want to learn something quickly, we can learn, particularly on knowledge side. I think these are very significant changes what are happening, and as you also might have seen and also would have experienced, that there is going to be significant impact of all these changes on the businesses. Well, I think we are very positive about the Gen AI tools, but I would just put up a word of caution. I think it is very important to understand that these tools are still in a very primitive stages, and therefore we need to be cautious in terms of using them and adopting them without careful scrutiny and without critical analysis. So therefore, at this stage, I will just make one important statement that we believe, and NMIMS promotes the responsible and ethical use of the Gen AI technologies. What are these ethical ways and what are the responsible ways of using these technologies? I think pay attention to whenever your courses will start, the professors in the program will tell you that what is acceptable in that course about the use of the Gen AI. But I must also caution you that as we also have gained some experience in terms of using these technologies, and there is a lot of debate and discussion happening across the world, and the concept of the co-intelligence, which is, I think, getting established, that we have to work with the machines. I think you cannot delegate everything to the machines. I think that is where I think you have as a student to be cautious that not to delegate something 100% to the Gen AI tools, but make sure that you are using the intelligence of the machines along with your intelligence to create something. And I think in this process, never forget that the people in the technology are going to play a very critical role, right? It is the people and the machines which are going to create the kind of an fusion which I think will help us to move forward. But if we start delegating, like as a student, if I start delegating everything to the ChatGPT, tell the ChatGPT to write this report, to analyze this financial statement, to prepare this PowerPoint presentation, I think you will never be in position to develop your competencies and skills because you have already delegated everything to the machines, which is possible. But I think it is very important that I think you adopt the route of co-creation, co-intelligence, and work with the machines to get the feedback what you are getting, which I think in the classes when you discuss, professors will give you the lot of feedback on whether you are doing this thing right or not, or you are creating this important, is it correct or not? And the way I think the feedback is received, we need to use these technologies in this manner. I'm also reminded of a very interesting scene in the movie called Top Gun Maverick, which was recently released. I think many of you would have seen this Top Gun Maverick. Towards the end of the movie, when this Tom Cruise gets stuck behind the enemy lines, and all he has on hand is to escape in this old F-14 Tomcat, which was made in 80s. And he was fighting against the 5th generation enemy aircrafts. And I think Maverick just told himself and to his colleague who was sitting there that I think against this 5th generation enemy aircrafts, I think we are finished. But the co-pilot who was sitting with him told Maverick, in fact reminded him, that pilots make all the differences even in inferior machines. And the sentence which he said that, Maverick, it is not the plane, it is the pilot. And then with the same machine, I think the extraordinary effort which he made and delivered a one heck of action-packed counterattack to those enemies and successfully came out of that enemy lines. So I think always remember that when it comes to the use of the technology, be that pilot always and be that maverick always. Because it is the person who is using that, he makes the lot of difference. So having told you about your mission, your approach of maximizing the cash and use of the technology, responsible and ethical use of the technology, many times you will ask the question that, are there any shortcuts? And I think right the day you will start, you will find yourself in the grill and then you start looking at the shortcuts. And is there any hack you can make your way out, but at the same time come out with this positive power of value creation? Let me tell you that there will be no shortcuts available. And in the shortcuts, I think two things are very critical for us, which are something non-negotiable, which many times I think you will adopt those shortcuts. So I'm just mentioning it in my address primarily to reflect on that. Tomorrow you should not end up in some kind of an challenge or some kind of a situation where you lose your membership in the program. So first is that ensure that you maintain 100% attendance in the classes. I always, when the students have not met this condition and they come to me, one question I ask them that when you abstained from the classes, did you inform the program manager and the program? And I think invariably I get the answer that they have not informed. So I think this habit is something very important that, which I think you know that when you join a corporate, you cannot afford to remain absent without informing your immediate bosses. So make sure that whenever you are taking leave, you inform the school. You should not be without the information. And we maintain that it should be 100% attendance in the classes. We have some leeway for like your academic activities or placement activities or student activities. We give you some concession there. But even in those situations, after accounting for that, the attendance must not go below 80%. Second non-negotiable thing, which again is a kind of a shortcut which many students use, using unfair means in your exams and assignments. SBM has always assured that NMIMS University remains zero unfair means university. This is something very critical to our brand. It is very critical to our reputation, which we have earned for long number of years. Anytime you are found using the unfair means, either in your assignments, using ChatGPT without the permission of the professors, or even in exams using some unfair means, it will be dealt very seriously. And regarding the Gen AI tools, please seek your advice from each professor of your course, whether he is allowing you to use the Gen AI tools to complete your assignments and complete your projects. I will say that we have no tolerance policy on these two counts, and I'm sure that you will understand this is part of our brand value proposition. And you will not do anything that impacts the brand and impacts your chances of working with the Fortune 500 companies. I must say that we are committed to meeting your learning aspirations. So be with us with the mission that you will become the best value creator in times to come and turn out to be the best leader by doing the good work. And sometimes the students always ask me that what is some steps they can follow to excel in their mission. So there are 3-4 things I would like to tell you, that whenever you come to the class, come always prepared for that class. Like, make it a habit that when you go to the company's board meeting, you will not go unprepared in that meeting. Treat every class is like your board meeting. Go with preparedness. And from my experience of 40 years in education, I must tell you that if you go prepared with the class, at least having spent, let's say, 30 minutes on reflecting what is going to happen in that session, what is going to be discussed, what are going to be the concepts which are going to be covered, the learning improves by 30 to 40%. This is the study which has been done by many people around the globe. So preparation for the class is something very critical to improve your learning and to work on your mission. See guys, I'm telling you that these 2 years are a kind of a lifetime opportunity you have got. And in India, there are, I think, 45 million children who want this kind of an education. They are not able to get it. You are the very few privileged who have been selected in this kind of a program, and make best use of this opportunity at this point in time. So make sure that treat every class when you go like you are going and attending the board meeting of your company, where you are a board of director, and you will not dare to go to the board meeting without preparation. Make sure that whenever you go to the class, you go with the preparation. That is something must for you. Second way to strengthen your learning is that work in teams and groups. I think that when you work in the teams and groups, it helps you not only to improve the interpersonal communication. And I tell you that NMIMS SBM students are rated best on interpersonal communication in the industry today. Whenever I go and talk to the recruiters and visit the companies, they tell me the most important quality of the student is the interpersonal communication. So make use of this opportunity, working in the groups, working in the teams, because the teams help you to get more creative. Because when you hear the ideas from the team members, and then you start wondering that why this idea did not come to my mind. And that's how is that the creativity starts happening. Then you start thinking that I must also come up with some new ideas. Treat this group work, teamwork in a very positive manner that one, you are going to improve your interpersonal skills because these are the opportunities we create for you. And second, when you interact in the team, start observing that why the other people are able to bring a lot of interesting ideas on table, which will help them to be more creative. So that is, I think, the second point. Third is every time, whatever you do, reflect on what you are doing. Of course, one skill which I ask everyone at the end of the first term, when they complete their first term, the skill they have learned, they will tell me that they have learned the time management skill. But master it and understand what time management means. And I think in the process also try to develop the habit of becoming the self-directed learner. And of course, keep all the distractions, mobile phones, Netflix, net away from you unless you are using it for your education purpose. I think during the foundation program, the schools will help you to navigate through these various strategies and how to do it. So pay attention and try to understand the finer points of it so that it helps you. So at the end, I will just say that welcome to the world of SBM, the bliss of learning, the paradise of cash, and nurturing the positive power of value creation with integrity. When I meet some of my students, I have been in teaching for 40 years now, started my teaching in 1979. When I meet my students who have graduated 20, 25 years back, and I often ask them the question, if they have not become the CEOs or they are not on the board, I ask them this question that, how come you are still vice president or general manager and you have not become the CEOs? And some of the reply which I receive, sir, the life works in its own mysteries and regrets. Make sure that when you complete this program after 2 years, and when you enter the corporate world, you are not surrounded by any mysteries or regrets. Make note of it. See, many students after 2 years, they will regret a lot of things. But make sure that you plan your journey, learning journey in such a way that you will never have any regrets after the 2 years, but all the successful achievements. And when you leave after 2 years, make sure that you leave with lasting bonds, relationships with your professors and with your class fellows. They are going to be your best buddies throughout your life in future. Play hard when you play, prepare hard when you prepare, learn hard when you learn, listen hard when you are in the class, and pave the habit of working hard when you will be at work after 2 years, and with a lot of rigor. This is the time to invest in your career, and you have the lifetime opportunity. Make most of your time. There is no vacation for the next 2 years. Set boundaries, but ensure what you do with those boundaries matters most for your careers. Happy learning and maximizing the cash. Happy following the mission of positive, nurturing the positive power of value creation with integrity mission. Thank you very much, and all the best wishes to you.
We thank the Vice Chancellor of SBM NMIMS, Dr. Ramesh Bhatt, for his inspiring words. Now we request you all to rise for the NMIMS anthem. Kindly refer to the handouts given to you and join us as we sing along with the anthem.
We do what's right and not what's easy. We give our best shot each and every time.
We set the standard, we are the future. We are a part of this institute so fine. NMIMS, NMIMS,
Respect the past, create the future, transcend horizons, however far.
We have what it takes, we make a great team. At NMIMS, each one is a star. NMIMS,
Dsha. It is a practice that has been followed at NMIMS Bangalore since its inception. Every year, we invite our esteemed guests, faculty, students, and their parents to come ahead and light diyas as a significance of acclimation to the new surroundings, developing bonds with fellow students and teachers, developing sensitivity to various issues of social relevance, and imbibing human values in them so that they can become responsible citizens. The goal of Dsha is to help new students adjust and feel comfortable in their new environment, instill the institution's ethos and culture in them, assist them in building bonds with their other students and faculty members, and expose them to a sense of larger purpose and self-exploration. We would now like to begin our proceedings for Dsha in the open space near the quadrangle on the ground floor. I would request the faculty members, staff, and the guests to proceed for the Dsha.
welcome you all back here, and I take immense pleasure in giving an introduction of our Honorable Director, Dr. Narayani Ramachandran. Dr. Narayani is an accomplished and experienced finance professional. She is a gold medalist and a university topper in both MBA and MFC programs. She boasts international experience in Stockholm and London and has been recognized as an outstanding faculty advisor by the CFA Institute USA. With over 20 years of experience in academia, research, and consulting, Dr. Narayani Ramachandran's expertise includes training professionals in the corporate and government sectors, such as equity research, finance modeling, and evaluation. Notably, she holds 2 patents on implementing financial incentives to improve employee performance in organizations under the Patents Act of 1970. Additionally, she is an affiliate member of the Council of Financial Planners of Karnataka. On behalf of Dr. Narayani, I would like to invite our MBA program chair, Dr. Malika Srivastava, to address the audience.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the orientation ceremony of 2024 at NMIMS Bengaluru. It is my privilege to welcome our distinguished chief guests, our esteemed alumni, and all dignitaries present on the auspicious occasion. I extend a warm welcome to the parents whose unwavering support and dedication to their children's education have been invaluable. The best way to predict your future is to create it, said Abraham Lincoln, and NMIMS Bengaluru embodies this sentiment. Over the past 16 years, we have established ourselves as a leading educational institution, providing a supportive and innovative learning environment. Since our inception in 2008, we have been dedicated to nation building by equipping our students with the skills necessary to become adaptable and confident professionals. Standing before you today, I can confidently say that you have entrusted your future to capable hands. NMIMS Bengaluru has consistently demonstrated why it ranks among India's top B schools, thanks to our exceptional pedagogy and outstanding students. Our faculty, state-of-the-art classrooms, extensive physical and digital libraries, and beautiful campus are indeed impressive. However, our most valued assets are our students. Since our inception, they have continually set higher standards of performance, helping our institution reach new heights and achieve greater success every year. At NMIMS Bangalore, the educational experience extends far beyond the confines of the classroom. Our MBA program is designed to encompass continuous assessment, meaning your progress will be evaluated consistently throughout various means such as quizzes, group projects, presentations, and individual assessments, not solely through final examinations. Consider it a marathon. Every step and milestone brings you closer to achieving your success. The MBA curriculum at NMIMS Bangalore is intentionally rigorous, pushing students beyond their comfort zones with challenging courses, thought-provoking case studies, and demanding assignments. It is within these curricula of excellence that true growth and resilience are forged, preparing you to become adaptable and proficient professionals. Our placement records have been exemplary for the past 15 years. This year, we are proud to have prominent recruiters such as Aon, Dell, Accenture, ICICI Bank, Salesforce, Marsh India, just to name a few. The average CTC has increased to rupees 14 lakhs per annum, with the highest package offered being rupees 43.25 lakhs per annum. Embrace this rigorous journey. It will equip you for a successful and fulfilling career. NMIMS Bangalore has reached new milestones in its campus rankings as well as recognitions. I am glad to announce some of the significant achievements. We emerged as rank 1 in the top B schools under private universities category in Karnataka by Open Magazine and second in the city-wise category by Fortune India Magazine. Business Today magazine ranked NMIMS 3rd in the city-wise category, 7th in the South Zone category, and awarded an overall rank of 32. Business India magazine awarded our campus a rating of A++. This year, we partnered with various global universities also to increase our international collaborations. Some of the significant ones are students from the University of Bristol attended a leadership program on global futures, career and cultural experience, summer 2023, along with our students as part of the intercultural and career building experience. We hosted a delegation of top European American B schools as part of our global outreach. To list a few of them, Bocconi University, Milan, Italy, Imperial College Business School, London, Kogart School of Business, Washington, Santa Clara University, Levy School of Business, Los Angeles, University of San Francisco, School of Management, San Francisco, USA, New York University, School of Professional Studies. NMIMS Bengaluru recently organized an academic conclave, which is in collaboration with prestigious AICPA and CIMA in January 2024. The event focused on ESG education and highlighted emerging global trends in ESG and sustainability. The chief executives, AICPA, CIMA, and the campus director of NMIMS Bengaluru emphasized the critical need for ESG implementation and the significance of green collar careers. The academic conclave also saw the pre-release of a case study book, which was edited by Dr. Kavita Desai and Professor Dilip Menon with the title ESG Delivering Creating Resilient Stakeholder Value. As a part of the international exchange program, students of the MBA 13 batch pursued their trimester 5 in EDHEC Business School, Exilia Business School, and Neoma Business School, France. To highlight some of the prestigious research publications by our faculty members, myself, Dr. Malika, Associate Professor Marketing, published an article, Augmented Reality, New Future of Social Media Influencer Marketing. I also published a research paper on rural Salesforce retention. One of my paper won the Best Paper Award at the 3rd International Marketing Conference also. Dr. Neha Chabra Roy, Associate Professor Finance, secured the Best Case Paper Award during the INDEM 07 conference held on 6 January 2023. She published a book chapter titled The Synergy of AI and FinTech in the Digital Gig Economy in Taylor and M. Francis Group, USA. Another book chapter is titled Smart Beta Investing, a Cornerstone of Systematic Active Investing. Along with Dr. Srilekha P., she published a paper titled Insider Employee-Led Cyber Fraud in Indian Banks from Identification to Sustainable Mitigation Planning. Dr. Srilekha P. has attended a 5-day FDP on COPO designing, mapping attainment methods, and continuous internal evaluation in September 2023, organized by IQAC South Chang College in association with IQAC Cluster India. She also presented a research paper at an international conference on leveraging contemporary management practices for sustainable development in December 2023, which was hosted by Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, Bangalore, on sustainable handicrafts, a qualitative study of Kinhel crafts. Dr. A. Aparna, Associate Professor, Quantitative Analytics, published an article on supply leading versus demand following hypothesis, evidence from BRICS countries. Dr. Ram Prasad, Assistant Professor Analytics, published a paper on digital transformation in Indian higher educational institutions, a qualitative exploration of administrators' perspectives, and the same was presented at the conference INCOSIM 2024. Dr. Srilekha K., Assistant Professor of Communication, presented a paper on faith-based ecosystem conservation, case of sacred groves in Kerala at Vachana 2024 annual conference at Christ University. She published a book chapter titled Business Communication New Paradigms. Professor Sashi, adjunct faculty, published a paper titled George Gunton's Divergent View on the Origin of the Great Divergence, the Dynamics of Social Bonds in England and India. Dr. Neelima, Dr. Naraini, and Dr. Srilekha K. co-presented a paper titled Systematic Investigation of Role Played by Sustainability Communication in Creating Gen Z Sustainability Narrative at IIPM January 24. Apart from research, our faculties has other significant achievements too. Dr. Srilekha K. was a recipient of the Society of Ethnobiology Majority World Conference Travel Award. Dr. Neha Chabra Roy, Associate Professor of Finance, secured the prestigious Kaibo Life Travel Scholarship from the 27th Asia Pacific Risk and Insurance Association 2023. Our students have been actively participating in various competitions organized by B schools throughout the country. They have made us proud by bringing in several laurels to the campus consistently. They have performed incredibly well in competitions organized by IIM Bangalore, IIM Raipur, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Kanpur, NM Mumbai, VJTI Mumbai, just to name a few of the institutes. Our MBA 13 students demonstrated exceptional business acumen by securing incredible results in the globally renowned business simulation capstone. As astounding, 5 teams from our program ranked among the top 15 out of 1,500 participating teams worldwide, showcasing their strategic decision-making and leadership abilities. The triumphs of our students span domains like entrepreneurship, case study analysis, marketing, human resource, finance, strategic management, reflecting their multidisciplinary prowess. Our students have won prestigious titles such as Top 100 Unstoppable B School Leaders 2023. Karthik Garg, an MBA 14 student, represented the college at the prestigious Asian Youth Leaders Travel and Learning Camp 2024 in Singapore. He was selected through a rigorous process for his outstanding academic performance and leadership potentials. Our students brought pride to the institute by securing an impressive 3rd position in a staggering 850 teams in the prestigious Business Line Boardroom Challenge hosted by the esteemed Hindu Group. Our MBA 14 students demonstrated their entrepreneurial and strategic prowess by clinching the 1st and 3rd positions in the WeBiz Pivot Story 2024 competition, which was organized by Wellinger Institute of Management Development and Research, Bengaluru. Anand Jain, Anushri Saxena, and Khushi Shah secured 1st place. Navedya Jain, Raghav Goyal, and Sanskar Gupta secured 3rd place. As a part of our extracurricular, we have a variety of clubs and committees which will be covering a wide range of domains and disciplines. Our clubs cover and its students regularly conduct events, workshops, guest lectures, and many more such events that broadly cover trending topics in the world of business, be it finance, marketing, HR, or analytics. Our committees handle the college placement, public relations, sport events, CSR initiatives, and life projects. It gives me immense joy and pride to let you know that all these bodies are student-driven. All its operations are handled solely by the students, and they do an amazing job at it. I am wholeheartedly excited to see what is next year in store for all of us. Joining our college club and committee offers a chance to enhance your professional network and develop key skills like teamwork, communication, and problem solving. You will gain recognition by showcasing your talents in finance, marketing, and cultural arts. By taking leadership roles, you can drive initiatives and bring innovative ideas to life. These platforms also offer opportunities for social impact, enriching your personal and professional life. More than just extracurricular activities, they also foster personal growth and provide a safe space to learn and succeed. I encourage you to engage with these vibrant communities and become leaders ready to make a mark in the business world. Our College Influence Fest is also conducted by the students. The clubs come together to work as one entity and organize multiple events and a major panel discussion with prominent speakers from different domains. In conclusion, I'd like to once again extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you. You students are the pillars on which the proud NMIMS Bengaluru stands upon. In the next 2 years, we are going to embark on a journey at the end of which lies a group of highly capable industry-ready professionals who have been instilled with strong work ethics, knowledge, and a willingness to continually learn and improve. I am sure that all of you will do right by the college and, more importantly, do right by yourself and make the best use of your time here with us. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to NMIMS family.
Today, we gather here to celebrate and reaffirm our commitment to cause that is most important to our present and future, sustainability. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that we take conscious steps towards a greener, more sustainable world.
To guide us in this important movement, I am honored to invite someone who leads us with great vision and dedication to sustainability. I would like to welcome back our MBA program chair, Dr. Mallika Srivastav, to deliver the sustainability oath.
Hello, everyone. I request everyone to stand and repeat the oath after Dr. Mallika.
Okay. I, Mallika Srivastav, pledge to champion sustainability in every facet of my life, fostering collaboration and driving systemic change towards a sustainable, equitable, and prosperous world. I will conserve resources, minimize waste, and protect biodiversity while promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion in all endeavors. Ethical conduct, moral courage, and accountability will guide my actions, ensuring transparency and governance excellence. With integrity as my compass, I embrace my duty to uplift humanity and steward our planet responsibility, inspiring others to do the same. I commit to being a transformational leader, prioritizing sustainability, integrity, and social responsibility, and making a positive impact on our world. Thank you.
I am pleased to welcome our esteemed chief guest for the occasion, Mr. Santosh Panpalia, Senior Vice President and Head HR, Global Delivery at Infosys. An accomplished HR leader with over 26 years of diversified experience, Mr. Panpalia has played various leadership roles in HR, delivery, and sales. His expertise spans HR strategy, organization development, performance management, career architecture, international HR analytics, and several other key HR factors. We are excited to hear his insights and gain inspiration from his remarkable achievements. I would like to invite Mr. Santosh to deliver the inaugural speech.
Very good morning and warm greetings to Dr. Narayani, Dr. Mallika, Shivangi, faculty, students, and parents. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Narayani for giving me this opportunity to be in front of all of you. She is not well, and I am amazed and impressed with the passion and the purpose she brings. In spite of that, she was here inspiring all of us. And before I start, I also want to thank especially the parents of the students. All of you, congratulations, you have joined this prestigious institute, and I'm sure that the hard work and the encouragement from your parents and well-wishers made it happen. So thank you, parents. It's an honor and a privilege to be here at NMIMS, the institute which I passed out 27 years ago, and I'm so proud of. Because this institute has taught me so many things which held me good, as a professional, as an individual. A few things that I want to really talk about, and that makes, at least for me, the biggest difference, is the good values, first and foremost. As a HR professional, when I select an individual, I might have done thousands of interviews. My first thing is not the competency. I think competency can be taught, right? 60-70% readiness is good enough for me, but not values. If I don't find somebody a cultural fit or a good fit on values, I will not go forward. And that's an individual I'm talking about, that's my perspective. So I think the first and foremost thing I'm thankful to this institute is the values that it has inculcated. The second is the competitive spirit, yet the collaborative spirit, and both can go hand in hand, and I'll talk about it. So it has taught me not to compete with others, but to become the best version of myself, and that has helped me, The third thing is basically the mindset, a very, very positive mindset as you approach life, as you approach corporate world, or as you approach your entrepreneurship journey. I think that is important. Let me talk about it. I think there is a short story, and just to bring the perspective on the mindset. Okay, I'm sure you would have heard about it multiple times, but I just want to take a minute to reinforce it, right? So there was a shoe company, and I'm sure all of you are would be MBAs, so you would have read it, but I'm just reinforcing it. So there's a shoe company, and they are exploring uncharted territories. They want to send their marketing professionals, the best of their sales professionals, in the markets where they find that is untapped. So this is a shoe company which identifies two of its sales professionals and say, why don't you go to this continent where evaluate the market. The first guy goes. He says, oh, I've studied the market, but there is nobody who wears the shoes here. I don't see any potential. The second sales guy goes, and in his report he says, here, nobody wears shoes. Oh, but I see tremendous potential. We have a complete, greenfield opportunity out here. That's the mindset, right? I'm sure this story you have heard, but that's the mindset. And why I'm talking about it is day one, as you start your journey, it's extremely important that the mindset has to be positive. Every single day has to be a day where you go in the classroom with a lot of positivity, with an open mind, with the thinking that yes, I want to learn something, and not just from the faculty, but from your fellow students, from everybody else, be the support staff. Everybody has some strengths, and we learn from every individual. So that's the mindset I think that this institute has taught me. And then the last thing, there's a long list, but the three things I want to really talk about is the hunger. The hunger to make a difference, the hunger to contribute, the hunger to be the best version of yourself, the hunger to rise to your potential. I think that hunger, the day it stops, I think, will not be really making an impact, making a difference to the world. So that hunger should always be there, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, till we leave, right? So I think, there are multiple things that, this institute has taught me, and you also have, heard from others. But one thing I think is the foremost is prioritization. There are so many things that as individual we can do, we can accomplish. But unless we prioritize, we will not be able to make the most of it, use our time most productively, and make the most, positive contribution that we are capable of, right? So towards that, I think I'm sure you have read a story, about a professor, a philosophy professor, the big rocks, the small pebbles, the sand. Have you heard? Have you read? Right? So I'm not going to repeat that story, right? But what is important is there is a jar, and this philosophy professor actually shows in the classroom that I have this jar, I have the big rocks. He puts all the big rocks in the jar and asks the students, is it full? The students say, yes, it's full. Then he, puts some small pebbles, shakes the jar, it accommodates the pebbles. Then it again asks the students, is it full? Students say, yeah, almost, it's full. Then the professor actually puts sand, and obviously sand will consume the space that is there, And then I think the story also says that the fourth thing is water. After the sand, I think students again say it's full, then he pours the water. I think the moral of the story, and I want to reinforce, I know it's not new for you, is, prioritization. If I fill my life with sand and water, which actually in this story stands for things which doesn't matter much, okay, then all my time will go into things that are not so important, okay, that are trivial. While I might be, putting a lot of efforts, but I'll not get the outcomes. I'll not be able to make the impact. And the worst thing is I'll not be able to, be the best version of myself or rise to the potential that I can. So I think the first things and the foremost things that you should fill your jar with is the big rocks. Those are the most important things in your life, right? And when I say most important, not just for the success, but for being happy, for doing something for the country, for doing something for your family, for your friends, for your society, for everything. So I think that prioritization at a very early age makes a whole lot of difference, because it becomes a habit, right? You looked at the cash part of it, Professor beautifully explained, the habit is the most important thing. I think unless we inculcate that, I think it's very difficult to, get those habits at a later stage in life. The institute has, as I talked about it, has also taught me about the value system, the values of integrity, the values of transparency, the values of excellence. I want to talk about integrity and excellence. Fairness is equally important, absolutely. Okay, my organization has also taught me, these value system, and today I think it has become part of DNA, for most of us. I think excellence is something which I think is also incremental. Okay, the moment you start practicing in small things, you will realize that it becomes a way of life. So I think in everything you do, small things, there is an assignment to be submitted. Make sure that you are, putting it, everything is there, the margins are there, the paragraphs are there, the spell check is done. Obviously, the content is most important. I'm not absolutely, saying that it is not important. The content is the most important. But, excellence is not just about, the content. Excellence is about how you present it, how every small little things are taken care of, how the professionalism reflects in everything that we do, how basically we make sure that, any other person who reads it thinks that, yes, this person is structured, disciplined, and brings excellence. So that's very, very important value to me. And the second, I think I would say, is integrity. I think never take shortcuts. Again, it has been spoken about, so I'm not going into the details, but shortcuts is the dirtiest habit one can inculcate. It will land you in trouble sooner than later. So please don't take any shortcuts. We all know about the Gen AI and the capability it brings, but there is nothing better than natural intelligence. Artificial intelligence is just to help us, not to take over the natural intelligence. So please make sure that while you use the technology, but don't take shortcuts. That's extremely important, because shortcuts may give you some immediate wins, but it will harm you, beyond what you imagine in the long term or medium term. The institute also has helped me, be a lifelong learner. In Infosys, where I work, we take a lot of pride in learnability, because when we hire individuals, be it the smartest of the B school graduates, it's not that people bring a lot of expertise. It's the attitude and it's the learnability and to some extent skills that they bring. But for me, and I've seen for most of my colleagues as well, what matters the most is the learnability. Be a lifelong learner. Things will change very fast. Today, technology is changing very fast, and technology is integral to all that we do. It's not that we have to become experts in technology, but we should become experts in how we can leverage technology in a very smart way. And the shelf life is so small, 18 months, 24 months, whatever it is, unless we are sharp learner and unless we are lifelong learner, I think we will stagnate. So my request to you is, be a lifelong learner. Have that curiosity, a kid's curiosity in you, always ingrained. A few things that I reflect in my corporate journey of 27 years, and which has helped me, and which I'm sure you'll be able to correlate with it, and it might help you as well. So I want to utilize this forum to share some of the things that has worked for me, and I'm pretty confident that it might help you, it might work for you. The first thing is, believe in yourself. Whatever background you have come from, whether you have great exposure, you don't have exposure, whether you have engineering background, whether you have commerce background, whether you have arts background, nothing matters. This is a level playing field, okay? Just have that confidence and belief in yourself and you'll do wonders. The second is love what you do. Don't find happiness outside of your academics, outside of your work. That is not going to happen. When we enjoy the day-to-day work and it brings happiness, that's the sure shot ingredient for success and for long-term sustainability. I think start enjoying what you're doing, and that can happen when you understand the how part of it and the why part of it. When you do things without knowing, I think sometimes it just becomes tasks. Avoid doing that. The third, and for me extremely important being in HR, is empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes, and then I think your conversation will be very different. I think that is very important. Doesn't matter whether you are majoring in marketing or finance or analytics or HR. These are human traits. These are life skills, right? So my only request is forget about whether we are the best or not. I think the most important thing is empathy, how well we understand and put ourselves into the shoes of other person, so that I think we are able to do justice in that transaction. Be a good professional, but most important thing is be a good human being, okay? Humility, okay, is the core, okay? Please don't forget. I'm sure you'll be extremely successful as you go in the journey, but please, being humble, humility is very, very core. Now, I think I talked about the competitiveness, but for the success and for happiness, the most important ingredient that I found in my journey is being collaborative. Most of the times, you will find that success comes out of teamwork, right? And our ability to be a good team player, to contribute, and be a good leader, but leadership should not, the ego should not come in the way of teamwork. Be an excellent worker. If you are good in teamwork, I'm sure you'll do wonders, not just for the team, but for yourself as well. I think a few more things. Be hands-on, okay? There is no substitute to knowledge and skills, and there is no shortcut to it. And whatever you acquire, the knowledge skills seldom go waste. It may not immediately help you, but in long term, believe me, it will help you. So be very hands-on. Whatever you have not done for the first time, rather than asking somebody else to do, please do it yourself. In fact, most of the times I try to do that when I delegate work. If I have not done it before, I try to do it myself before sending it to my team. Play to your strengths. I work with the leaders, and I have found that most leaders who are successful because they have played on their strengths. Each of us, each of you have your unique strengths. Realize it early in the game, play well on those strengths, and you'll do extremely well for yourself and for everyone else. Failure is a great teacher. People who work will, find there are failures. It's the ideas that fail, not the individuals. Don't be shy, don't be afraid of small little failures. Be a doer. When we are doers, failures will come our way, but failures always lead to success. So please, don't be afraid of failures. It's okay to fail fast, recover fast, and move ahead. Have the courage of conviction. If you believe in something, stand for it. Just because somebody else is convincing you, you want to do, something, for example, finance, but somebody else says, no, there are better jobs in marketing. Just as an example, it may not be true. Okay, don't move to marketing because somebody else or 10 people, around you are convincing you. Have that belief. Look at what is, of interest to you, what you are passionate about, where your strengths lie, and take your decisions. Treat people with respect and dignity. That's very, very important, be it anyone in life. I think that's the most important thing for me. Whether we are successful or not, that doesn't matter. But what is most important is we treat everyone with respect and dignity. So I think this is very, very important as you grow in the journey. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, you will be in position of power. You will be doing extremely well. You will have big teams with you. Please don't forget this. Have that respect and dignity. I'm sure India stands at this juncture where we are the 5th largest economy, and soon we are going to be the third largest economy, okay? In your lifetime as professionals, you will see India becoming a developed country from developing country. And the smartest and the brightest mind in this room will make it happen. Thank you so much, and wishing you the very best.
We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Santosh for his invaluable insights and thoughts.
Any business school is as valuable as its alumni. Our distinguished alumna for the day is Ms. Shivangi Chaudhary. She is presently a senior manager of data science and AI, products and solutions at the Landmark Group. She completed her graduation in BTech from Vellore Institute of Technology. She went on to leverage her knowledge with HCL Technologies as an associate consultant. Ms. Chaudhary completed her postgraduate diploma in management, specializing in analytics and operations from NMIMS Bangalore in 2015. Since then, Ms. Chaudhary launched her trajectory towards success in the domain of analytics. She has been instrumental in working with Fortune 500 clients, helping them enhance customer experience through generating customer insights, developing marketing strategies, and building products and platforms driven by data. Her expertise spans across e-commerce, retail, technology, and financial domains. I would like to invite Malika ma'am to felicitate Ms. Shivangi Chaudhary. We are delighted to have her with us today, and I would like to welcome her to address the audience.
Hello. First of all, congratulations to every one of you who have made it this far. And just to assure you that you might be feeling that one of your greatest dreams have come true, I think in next 2 years, you will be equipped to dream much higher and better than before, right? It always gives me goosebumps to return to my alma mater. I was here 11 years back. Yeah, long time ago. Yeah, I was sitting on the last third row from the behind. Sorry, just kidding. We did not had this fancy institute back then. You guys are definitely privileged. But the values that it has taught, that the NMIMS has been teaching us is same. And I joined with around 3 years of experience. And and I was very sure that I wanted to do something in analytics. And back then, NMIMS Bangalore was the only one offering a full-time 2 years PGDM course in business analytics. And my passion for statistics, operational research wanted me to just get into this campus. And I know I was taking a risk because analytics was just starting in those years, around 2009-10 when I passed out from my undergrad. And but now when I look back, I think the risk that I took was worth taking it. I will just briefly walk you through my smaller journey, lesser than Santosh sir. But yeah, in the last decade or so, whatever I have learned, I just wanted to share my experiences. So I joined, we were a small sample of 20 students in the batch of analytics, and and it was for the first time where I saw MBA colleges teaching us programming, right? I got my hands dirty for the first time in programming languages like R and SAS, which basically built the foundation for me now when I code in Python and PySpark. Then moving forward, I was fortunate to have, I was the only one to get placed in Mu Sigma, which is the largest pure play analytics company in the world. And during my journey there, when I was working with Fortune 500 clients, be it from Microsoft to eBay to Dell to Walmart, I realized that I wanted to specialize in retail and e-commerce domain. And as sir was mentioning about hands-on, I thought it was too early for me to become an analytics consultant. I have not done enough hands-on when I joined there. So within like around 4 years of my career there, I took a step back and went back to an individual contributor role. I joined, since I was interested in retail, I joined Landmark Group, which is the biggest homegrown retailer in the Middle East. And during that my tenure there, I had the leverage or the privilege of working across different machine learning models, data science, and I was instrumental in building up the analytics COE team in India. Some of you who know the brand would know that the brands like Lifestyle, Max, Home Center, all the analytics that are being done today, that was the place where I started with, and developing that center for it in India. After a while, I thought that I also wanted to develop a lot more niche technological or cloud technologies, and I also wanted to see that how does an end-to-end product looks like, what is the impact that I'm creating, right? And I thought that would be given to get that, I should be joining a product company, right? And that's where I decided to join Amazon, where I had a lot of experience around productionalizing my models, seeing the impact that me and my team was creating across different areas, mostly into the seller experience side of Amazon. And then after a journey there, where I had the opportunity to, to present my work in the annual conferences in Seattle, or taking part in the Grace Hopper conference, which was the largest tech conference for women in the world. So I had those individual experiences there, and then a decision time came where I thought maybe going back to Landmark would make sense for me, because now I feel that I'm equipped with that experience and expertise that I wanted, and now I'm ready to take up bigger challenges in leadership role. And that's why last year I joined back Landmark Group, from a lead data scientist to currently a senior manager in AI and data science. So I knew throughout my journey I have taken few risks, but as you would have heard the famous speech of Steve Jobs in 2005 commencement speech at Stanford, that you cannot connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect it looking backward, right? And he also said that always follow your heart and intuition, because somewhere they know what you actually want to do, right? So when I look back, I think that the dots connect really well. So each one of you have a journey so far in your life, right? And 10 years down the line, each of you will have more stories to tell about yourself, right? Just make sure that those stories are yours. Those stories are made up of your choices. Have no regrets, okay? Take risk if you really feel that your heart is into that, right? Have no regrets, make choices based on what you actually want to do. So that was a short experience side of my journey. So now I would want you to have just 3 insights that I would want you to leave you with. The first one, and the basis of all of that started with my the training I had got in NMIMS, and going forward within the the experiences that I had on the way, the books that I read. Some of it are like The Code of the Extraordinary Mind or The Buddha and the Badass. I do follow Vishen Lakhiani a lot. And some of the insights that I will be sharing today are from some of his best works. The first one I would like to say is feel happiness in the now. It's very important for all of us to appreciate where have we reached, and feeling happiness and feeling that happiness in the now is very important. The second one is building a vision for the future, right? As VC sir was talking about getting clarity of what you actually want to do. Second one is on that. And the third one is manage your energy, right? Everybody has limited time, so try to manage your energy rather than your time. So elaborating on the first one, happiness on the now. In the famous book, The Happiness Advantage, it was written that the the main pillar of there was a study which said that if you are happy, you are the teams which are happy are supposed to be very productive, right? So your happiness is directly related to the pace in which you will be achieving your goals, right? So you have to be aware of what are the three things that really makes us happy. It's not money, right? It's nothing related to what you're doing. But the three things are, first is love and compassion, related to being a good human being, being kind to others. The second one is gratitude, and the third one is forgiveness, right? So when it comes to love and compassion, there was a study done in the University of Pennsylvania and Illinois, which said that which conducted this very happy people study. And what came out of that study was the top correlation with your happiness is the degree of human bonds that you have, right? It's nothing else. So the number of connections that you have, right? The number of deep human connections that you make along the way will make you the most happiest person. Being calm and compassion also has a lot of other benefits, which is, you move away from judging people to connecting with them, to understanding them, being in their shoes, right? Being a human, evolving as a better human being, right? And if science has to be believed, it is also related to, it also helps in making you much more younger, right? Because it helps at reducing something called telenoids, which is related to how you age. So it's slow down your aging also. The second one is gratitude. So being grateful to people around you, right? Starting with your parents, starting with your friends who have helped you so far in this journey, and also being grateful to everything. Being grateful to not just the people who have touched you, but also being grateful to the universe or the superpower, right? Who you might, if you start practicing gratitude, you will feel that there are serendipities happening to you, right? You will always feel that universe has your back, and there will be coincidences which will help you move faster towards your goal, right? There was again a study which said that there were 3 groups were divided. The first one was made to journal all the events that they have gone through in the last one day. The second group was asked to just write about the good things that happened to them, and the third group was asked to talk about the wrong things or the bad things that happened to them. It was observed that after the study, it was done for a week's time, and the second group, who was grateful to whatever happened for them, whatever good things that happened with them in the last one day, they were studied to be more productive. They were having very less health issues, and the best part was the results of that experimentation continued even after the experimentation stopped, right? So being grateful actually, is proven to be a very, the basis of your happiness. And the third thing is forgiveness. So being a forgiving person relates somehow to the kindness element, but also you should be ready, whatever has happened till now, right? Be ready to shred that load off your shoulder, right? Move out from any kind of grudges that you have in past, right? Just try to be a more resilient person going forward. Just try to be somebody who is not getting distracted by somebody else's behavior. It will help you in freeing up your mind space, right? And then you will be able to do a lot of more creative thinking, which you are actually supposed to do. Now coming on to my second insight on envisioning your future. So I think everybody should have the clarity. Like, in order to get that clarity, I apply this framework called 3 most important questions, and it has really proven out to be good. The first one is, what are the experiences that you want to have in life, right? By experiences, I mean, a lot of people confuse with between mean goals and end goals, right? your experiences should define, you should write down or journal your experiences. It's not about your profession, your designation. It's not related to how much money you want to earn per annum, but what you want to experience if you become a management consultant, right? What you want to what you want to experience with a lot of money that you have. Is it going on vacations with your near and dear ones? Is it going to work in an environment where you can learn every day, right? So start by writing or journaling some of the experiences that you want to have in your next 3 years. And all the visions usually are defined for like 3, 5, and 10 years, because sometimes we overestimate what we can do in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in 3 years, right? So start with making a plan for next 3 years. Start with writing 5 experiences that you want to have in your next 3 years. So the second question is, how do you want to grow, right? Sir also taught about growth, self-learning, right? So growth is a very important element, and it's the most important element, I would say, for personal success. Doesn't matter if your business failed, right? Or doesn't matter if your startup made $1 billion. Did you grow in the process? That is the question you should be asking. There are no failures. It's only success or we learn, or learnings, right? So list down what are the, and there are some areas, and there can be many more, but there are majorly 4 areas in which you would want to grow. One is intellectually, by attending courses like this, by reading books, by attending different conferences. The second one is the physical one, right? Eating healthy, taking a proper sleep, maintaining an ideal body weight. The third one is in the career. So once you guys start working in a career, how do you want to proceed? What are the new skills that are related to your job do you want to pursue? Take some additional courses if you think that there is some lacking. And the fourth is spiritually, right? Spiritual, which will come through meditation, keeping your mind calm, and practicing gratitude and all that. So second is growth, and you can have many more areas of growth, but do list down at least 5 areas of growth that you want to grow in your next 3 years. And the third one, and the third most important question is, how do you want to contribute back to the society, right? So there were 2 groups. One group was, both the groups were given $5 each. One of the group was supposed to invest on themselves. The other group was supposed to give it away to anybody, right? And again, for a week's time, their behavior was observed. What was observed was, after the experiment, the first group happiness quotient, it was super high on the first day, where they invested in themselves, and it starts deteriorating from second, third, and fourth, fifth onwards. But the second group, who was supposed to give it away to a needy person or somebody else, buy food for somebody else, their happiness quotient went on, right? And it was there even after the experiment was there. So if you want to just reflect back as a students, right, when we were in schools, what made you more happier? The day your birthday come and you were supposed to distribute chocolates to everybody, or the day that made you more happier, or the day when you received a chocolate, right? So being happy, like contributing, is basically very much again tied to your internal happiness and your internal well-being. So try to contribute to the society in whatever way possible. You can contribute through your career, right? Through creativity, writing blog posts. You can start small. Make some educational videos. You can write some blog posts related to the work you are doing. We heard a long list of research papers. That is a very good way of contributing back to the society, where others can read it and get benefited from that. These are all these all falls under the creativity basket. Then the career basket, creativity, and then charity is the third one, where obviously you will be definitely involved in a lot of CSR activities, but even after passing out, you can continue that through either your time, your service, whichever even if it's a small bit, just continue doing that, right? That will definitely take you a long way. Now the third insight was on managing time, managing energy and not your time. So if you segment your day, you will find that there are segments in the day. Some segments drain you out, while some segments, some activities energizes you, right? So it's very important for you to understand what are those small activities which energizes you, right? You might feel that, okay, scrolling some reels might be, a way to relax your mind, but it might be draining your energy. How many of you feel after half an hour that I wasted my half an hour, is going through some reels or, not doing anything or binge watching Netflix? So you have to identify those small, have a habit, build a habit, or if you don't, if you already have one, you will definitely feel that, that half an hour of playing guitar or keyboards maybe energizes you more, right? And those small breaks are very important, because the next 2 years, I don't want to scare you, but it will require your undivided attention. You cannot, afford to waste a single minute. So it's very important. It might be, and when you are actually doing something which is very interesting, you will be in a state of flow. You will not realize that, okay, how time has passed, right? You might, some of us, like I find it while I'm coding, right? It's 1 or 2, I don't realize sometimes. And even after that, at 2 o'clock, I feel very refreshed, because that is something I really like doing. So identify those things or activities in your life which energizes you, because you have to compensate it. Otherwise, throughout the day, if you do a plus and minus of the things that drains you out, it has to be a positive. The overall impact has to be positive, right? So I think, long story short, be a very compassionate human being. Be grateful to people who have supported you this far, friends, families. Start contributing in whatever smaller way possible in your journey during this course and even beyond that. And as we were seeing, we were just he was just saying about the integrity. Lead with integrity, right? Have fun, work hard, make history, and lead with integrity. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your inspiring words, ma'am.
So moving forward, faculties bring in a sense of discipline, curiosity, focus, and perseverance in the students and serve as a positive influence in the students' life. Through their dedication to teaching and their passion for the subjects, they shape the minds and the futures of the students, leaving a positive impact that extends far beyond the classroom and often lasts a lifetime. I would like to invite all the faculty members to come onto the stage and introduce themselves one after the other.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to NMIMS. I am Dr. Raudra Chakravarti. I take care of quantitative techniques.
Hi, I'm Sri Lekha. I'm Sri Lekha Koprambil, Professor for Communication, and will not make your life miserable, but I hope we'll have some fun, good fun, and learning together.
A very warm welcome to all of you from all of us here. My name is Dr. Neelima Vatave, and I take care of strategic management and analytics programs.
Good afternoon. Welcome everyone
to the new to NMIMS Bangalore. I am Dr. Srilekha P. I take care of HR and OB subjects. We'll meet right in the afternoon to discuss further.
Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to NMIMS Bangalore. I am Neha Chabda Roy. You might have heard my name several times here. So I'm in the area of finance and of course risk management and analytics. I'm going to meet some of you tomorrow, so welcome once again.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Malika, your program chair for SBM and marketing faculty. So I'll see you soon in next trimester for marketing courses.
Congratulations to each one of you and welcome to this cohort of MBA, MBA 15. My name is Janaki Anand and I am in the Department of Strategy and I take care of an eclectic set of subjects, and you will be seeing me pretty much immediately after lunch today.
Hi folks, my name is Harshvardhan and I look after corporate strategy. But most likely I'll meet you guys only in your electives, which is your trimester 4 and 5 and 6. And welcome to NM.
Hi, good afternoon and welcome to NMIMS family. I'm Deepak Sharma, faculty OB HR. And yeah, I'll see you in trimester 2, but earlier to that, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon everyone. Welcome you all to NMIMS Bengaluru. I'm Dr. Santosh and I'll be teaching economics for you in first 2 trim. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Ram Prasad and I teach some courses on technology and analytics. So starting tomorrow, yeah, we'll keep meeting again and again. Welcome on board once more.
Yes, so good afternoon and hearty welcome to NMIMS. My name is Barnabas. I teach marketing. You have already heard from me. I've sent across an email for tomorrow morning case study class. All right, good experience. Tomorrow we'll see you.
The administrative team forms the backbone of our institution, ensuring that all operations run smoothly and efficiently. Their dedication to organization and support creates an environment where both students and faculty can thrive. I would like to invite the administrative team to come forward and introduce themselves one after the other.
Good afternoon, everyone. You might have seen me in the morning. I'm Chandra Mohan. I'm the joint registrar here. This set of people, we all look after the non-academic activities of campus, starting from infrastructure of the campus, your placements, academics, and most importantly, your discipline. Okay? And I'll start with the placement team.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eklavya and I head the placements here. I would say welcome to NMIMS Bangalore and wish you good luck on your MBA journey. I have a session scheduled with you sometime during the week and I'll meet you then. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lily Sarkar. I'm also in Mr. Eklavya's team. And we have fewer people who handle placements. So right now, talking to companies for you all.
Hi, I'm Pankaj Panirahi. I take care of that IT services. So welcome to the NMIMS.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vasant Adi, Senior Assistant Librarian. We will give you soon library resource details. Thank you. All the best.
Hello everyone, I am Amit Kumar Joshi from Library Department. Welcome you all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am taking care of accounts and finance. Welcome to
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to NMIMS Bengaluru. Myself, Srinivas Murthy, Library Assistant. Soon we will meet you in the Library Orientation session. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Myself Srinivas, your campus security officer. Will not be teaching much to you, but will be monitoring you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations and welcome to NMIMS. My name is Vishnu Bhatt. I take care of administration. We will meet you for any of your queries. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mansoor Ahmad from Examination Department. Welcome to NMIMS. Soon we'll meet you in exam orientation.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations each and everyone. Welcome to NMIMS Bengaluru Campus. Myself, Kalashri. I am the Assistant Registrar, Academic Administration. I'll be taking care of all academic and admin operations. Welcome to you. Welcome to NMIMS once again.
Good afternoon. My name is Baklavati Bableshwar, and I'm the course coordinator for all of you. So I'm the mother of all of you. One point of contact. Okay? Thank you.
Hi everyone. Good morning. I'm Devi from Exam Department. So as he was mentioning that we will soon meet her for the orientation sessions to learn the rules and regulations first, then learn the other subjects. So based on that, you can learn the other subjects based on the rules and regulations. Welcome you all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bhuvana. I'm also from the exam department. Congratulations for getting into this university. All the best. Meet you soon.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. This is Kavya Shri from Exam Department. Welcomes you all for NMIMS. Enjoy your each and every day in the campus. All the best.
Hi, you guys made it. Ha! All right. So I am Gitanjana. I am the college counselor, your psychologist, your mental health agent. Okay. Anytime you need me anywhere, I'm always there. And I'm so happy for you guys. Well done.
Now, I would like to invite our beloved faculty member, Dr. Srilekha Koparambil, to give a vote of thanks.
Distinguished guests, respected faculty members, and the very exceptional new batch of students and parents, a very, very good afternoon to each one of you. As we draw the curtains on this orientation program for MBA 15 batch, I stand before you with a profound sense of gratitude and immense pride. Today signifies the commencement of an exhilarating journey for you, a journey that will shape your future and propel you towards remarkable accomplishments. First and foremost, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to our esteemed Vice Chancellor for sharing his remarkable insights. His visionary leadership has been instrumental in taking NMIMS to great heights of excellence, and we are truly grateful for his unwavering support and leadership. I must now extend my gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, whose valuable time and presence has enriched today's event. Sir, your stress on those values, I'm not wearing my glasses. Let me take a moment to read what I wrote here. You spoke about competitiveness and collaboration. You talked about having the right mindset and the significance of prioritization. These are indeed valuable guidelines for all of us. Thank you so much. My gratitude also goes out to our esteemed alumni, Ms. Shivangi, for taking us through your wonderful journey and the risks you have taken and the valuable insights that you shared, especially those happiness habits which you stress time and again, are invaluable to each one of us. My heartfelt gratitude to our director, Dr. Narayani Ramachandran, for her astute leadership and timely guidance, which has made today's event a success. I avoid glasses to look young, but anyways. Last but certainly not the least, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the new batch of students. Your arrival definitely fills us with boundless enthusiasm and anticipation. We believe in your immense potential to make a positive impact in the world and are committed to providing you with all necessary resources and support to realize your dreams. Thank you for choosing NMIMS Bengaluru as your academic home and for entrusting us with your professional and personal growth. To the parents, thank you for supporting the students and helping them carve their niche in the corporate world. To the esteemed members of faculty, thank you for your tireless efforts, as always. To the staff of NMIMS, gratitude for making events like this happen. To the housekeeping, many thanks for your support. Thank you all once again. May the path ahead be filled with success, fulfillment, and boundless opportunities for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We now request everyone here to please stand up for the national anthem. Now we request the students and their parents to proceed to the cafeteria for lunch, and please be back by 1:50 p.m. for the foundation program.
Students are requested to use the rear exit.